Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome back to the Talos Principle 2 Road to Elysium DLC, where we are currently in the sort of roughly middle of the second story, where we are playing the, well, hilariously I should say, playing the wonderful puzzle-reluctant Yakut, who is mostly doing this to impress Miranda, because the two of them are the couple and he's trying to show off. So I'm absolutely willing to help him with his love life, because that sounds fucking hilarious. And yeah, the idea of getting Yakut to solve some puzzles, he could do with some growth like that. So, as you can see, the island we are on is split into 3 parts, with a central final puzzle in the middle. Looking forward to that. We have completed the green section, even activated the tower over there. And we are a chunk of the way through solving the blue section. I sort of did 8 first because I was doing one of the little glitchy things around there. So, yes, we've got a whole bunch of stuff we need to do. It would seem that puzzle number 4 is off in this direction. That doesn't surprise me. I can't remember exactly where we left off. We've done 3. That's right, I kind of had to rush through 3 because it hit 6 o'clock quicker than I expected. Doesn't it always? Okay, we also do have something here. Those come bananas. I've come to a conclusion on the topic of bananas. The reason our ancestors have so many weird phrases with the word banana in them, shouldn't that be banana in them, even though extremely bizarre novelty song called Yes, We Have No Bananas, is because they like saying the word. They enjoyed the aesthetics of the sound itself. We always underestimate how many things they did simply because they were pleasurable to them. I mean, that's not wrong. The word banana is very good. I will say that. Definitely. Okay. Okay, too many word groups. Everybody's just talking. I got lots of work for anyone who wants something practical. Oh no, thanks. Hey, join us. We collect artifacts from ancient ruins. It's super fun. Sounds cringe. You need to try something. Consider running away. Exploration is very rewarding. Gets you to wood, expand your horizons. Why are you such a baby? Yeah, exploration is rewarding. Hey, Jagoth. Running late? No, not really. It's 3 o'clock. I mean, I may have been about 30 seconds late past the mark, but it's fine. As far as I know, anyway. We didn't have a clock change and no one told me, did they? Yeah, let's go walk around some pointless dead stuff. Great. It's not interesting. If it's not doing nothing and being depressed. Why do you think we do it? The Discord notification didn't go up until 2 minutes to 9. I'm sure I sent my Discord notification like, I don't know, must have been quarter of an hour ago. I'm sure I sent it at like 1:45. Maybe Discord's being sluggish. Because you pretend not to be unhappy, I'm the one who's not pretending. That might have been true once in some sense, but isn't anymore. Things have really changed. I understand. Clinging to a belief past all rationality, believe me. I understand how scary it is to let go of that. How you end up clinging harder and harder to your position because even the idea of change makes you panic. You can change, you feel so much better about it. Yeah, arguing with this guy is pointless. Yeah, he's probably not a lost cause, but I don't necessarily know if that's the kind of effort we really want to be putting into it. Is there a question mark over there? Oh, there is. An extract from Sabina J. Calvin's final essay posted to a news group designated Alt Noematics, moderated shortly before his death. It's very hard to face, not only that my life is about to end, but I am not satisfied with it. I know I did my best with what I was given, but that's not enough. Needing money to survive, I spent most of the significant part of my life writing idiotic software, most of which was already obsolete. I didn't see much of the world. I know that there is a transformational power in experiencing the reality of different places, which cannot be replicated by reading about them. To truly know that other place is real changes who you are. I didn't read enough either. Our civilization is growing increasingly disdainful of reading. And I realized far too late how weak and uninformed our minds are without reading. There are so many incredible books, and I know that my mind isn't half of what it could have been, and I am intellectually and spiritually poorer for it. I could go on, but time is a luxury I could no longer afford. What it comes down to is that despite my best efforts, my life was dissatisfying. I did not grow enough. I look at myself and I can feel the absence of a person I should have been, because a world based on scarcity was a world in which writing crappy software was what I had to do to live at all. There is only one hope left for me. Theoretical work I've done these last few years has any kind of impact. If it helps build a better world in which people no longer have to waste their lives like I did, then my life will have been worth it. Each generation has to justify the life of the previous, until someday it truly pays off. That's the gamble of being human, I guess. Theories advanced by Pavani and other members of his circle eventually became the basis of the Institute of Applied Neomatics. The people who created us. Good. I'd say you succeeded. You basically allowed the continuation of the human race in one form or another. We are too often asked, who are you? And too rarely asked, who do you want to be? Are you kidding? People ask me that fucking question all the time. I just don't have an answer. Are we afraid of the true answer to the latter question? Not enough money, not enough time, not enough power, not enough will. All the lives that we will never lead. A marriage on the horizon, forever out of reach. Mirage, even. And we accept it. We call it wisdom, acceptance, letting go, humility. And we ask why, because we're too wise/cynical to ask such questions, even though somewhere in a painful place deep inside ourselves that we remember when we wake up late at night is a panic, thinking I'm going to die being just this. We know better. We never ask, why is this good enough? It's not good enough. That's kind of the problem. Big fucking problem. Tell you what, we may as well go for that other question mark. While we're down on the sea floor. Or what it is be. Star, perhaps. Could be bonus puzzle, actually. It is a bonus puzzle. You know what? Screw it. We're here. Let's do the bonus puzzle. Helping hand. Oh, God. Okay. Hi. Okay, so you're in there. Take you off of there if needs be, just so I can remember that. We got that, we got... Where's the, end? Oh, is it up there? No, not like it. Where's the end? Well, maybe if we explore a bit, we'll find it. Okay, so... That turns off like that, right, okay. So we need to get you out of there first, right? That works like that. Get you out of there. Okay. Right there. Oh, there it is. Huh. I guess that's what we need the box for, huh? Why do I need a red laser? Oh, there's a red thing over there, which presumably activates the fan. Makes sense. Okay. So now we need the red one. Ah, that's what we need to do. I need to be up here. But how do I... Okay, so we can do that, but no, not quite. Close, but not quite. Oh no, we need the fan. Damn it. There we go. Woo! Nice.
So, what's everyone doing?
I'm just solving puzzles. I've done 14 so far.
Athena and I are enjoying a moment of stillness and contemplating the sublime as it manifests in our environment. I think our ancestors called it chilling.
I'm testing the new sensor upgrades with 1K.
Oh, how's it going? I was curious about those.
These sensations are definitely very strange. But they make the world more interesting. And I think Miranda's right. We can expand them and learn to enjoy existence on a whole new level.
You know, when I was sitting around being useless, sometimes I would read old cookbooks and wonder what it all tasted like. Maybe I need to get with the times and try those upgrades myself.
Do yourself a favor, mate. Avoid anything with onion in it.
The history of our species has been defined by material struggles. Every war, every revolution in the end came down not to ideology, but to the distribution of resources. Our history is the history of struggle. The merchant against the king, the worker against the factory owner, the citizen against the mayor. We have always known that the pursuit of material wealth is spiritually hollow, and yet thousands of generations have been forced by material necessity to dedicate their lives to it. We are the children of hunger and thirst. But empire is no more. We have beaten our swords into plowshares, and the lion and the wolf have ceased. All are rich, and wealth is no more. So, what happens next? What do we create? What do we become when we are no longer driven by material necessity? The ancient mystics believed that spirituality required poverty. But I believe that it is only in universal prosperity that it may truly begin. Now comes the age of miracles.
Okay, so we need... Blue has to... We can turn off the U. I'm assuming we can't... No, we can't do both. No. Alright, so that's that. The blue is... Because the blue's around the corner, obviously we need the blue to activate you. So we need the laser pointer there to guide the blue to that. But when we do that, we then wouldn't have enough. No, again, we'd need a second laser pointer, presumably at least. Yeah, it's nowhere near close enough. Okay. Okay, let's get the blue thing at least. Well, that is true. I forgot you can daisy chain them together like that. Don't know if that's gonna help. Oh, it might. It just might. Okay. Hang on. Wait. No, because I still need to, shit. I got it around there like that. We could do that, then we could theoretically do that. Hang on, okay. I think this is actually a bit more complicated than I was originally imagining. But I think I can see what it's asking of me now, assuming I've got my mental image correct. Oh, actually, how are we gonna... Ah, how do we get you in there? That's a bloody good question, actually. Okay. So if I'm gonna get... Okay. So I need to work out how to get you into here. What is the absolute... Yeah, we deactivated it like that for to go in and grab the blue. Okay, I've got an idea. I think I was perhaps a bit previous. Put you there like that. Grab you. You. Can we not do that? Oh. Well, that doesn't work either. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, we could. Does it? Oh, it does. Okay, that kind of works. Kinda. That's a start, but no, if I grab that, that gets sealed in there, doesn't it? If I grab either of them, it turns off. How do I... maybe I am looking at this incorrectly. Okay, yeah, that does sort of work, but again, that doesn't answer the question of how the hell we get it out of there. Hang on. I do wonder if I'm going about this completely the wrong way right now. Grab you. Sure, that'll work. Wait. I have no idea if that's what I was supposed to do, but it worked, so fuck it.
By the way, 1K, I'm glad you finally picked a voice pack. It's nice to hear you actually speaking.
Well, Neith didn't mention the voice packs, and I didn't realize I could have just picked one. It's not like I wanted to spend the entire expedition in text mode.
I told you guys it wasn't intentional.
We thought it was a statement or something.
Alright, that's fantastic. Yeah, the idea that, of course, my character doesn't have a voice in the base game, and that's a wonderful explanation for it. Which is fair. We're not told we have to pick a voice pack. It's absolutely fair. Alright, so we got... That's a wall thingy. Got a box. Something there. Okay. What else we got? Where's the exit? Alright, so we need a red laser. Where's the red laser? There. We got a fan. Oh, that's good. That's interesting. Why? Why would you need to seal that off? Okay. So first things first. Let's get the red. Okay, that's fine. And we don't need to worry about that now. Why are you here? Is it a way? A way to get the box out of here, maybe? But I don't really see that. That's weird. Why is that there? And what is the point of this? I get that that connects with... I think it is it? Oh, hello. Oh, I suppose that's if I pulls it up. Right, yeah, okay. Can I? No, I don't think I can. No. Okay, so I think my first goal, I have to find a way to get this Kube out of here. How do I do that? Oh, okay, that'll do it. Sure, why not? Didn't think that was low enough, but okay, yep. Sure. I can do that, not a problem. Okay. So I know I need to do that. Then it would have to stay up there. What I need to do is I need to put... No, I think I need the block on top of that. So I need all three of these items in here. I don't know if I can do that. Is there a way to drag the items in here somewhere? Question mark. I mean, not really. think I need all 3 items, because I think I need to put... What I need to do is I need to grab you, put, yeah, you, go on there, and then you with you and you selected, go there, right? Now that doesn't work for obvious reasons, but if I then put this down on here whilst also pointing at... No, actually no, that wouldn't work, would it? No, that wouldn't work. Wait. Unless... No, that wouldn't work. So what are we missing? Why is this? How the hell do I get all 3 of these items in there? Bugging the hell out of me. No items I'm missing, I definitely would have noticed them. So... I think there's something I'm forgetting one of these things can do. Seriously, if I try and put that there, it just doesn't go off properly, so it needs to be on the box. I get that. That's not a problem in my mind. So how the hell do we get you where you need to be? I mean, I think this is only here so if something gets stuck up there you can pull it back down so you can get the item back. I understand that. So what am I... Okay, I must be forgetting something that the gravity well gun can do. Well, I can do that, but that requires the gravity thing being there, so that doesn't exactly help, does it? Unless... Could theoretically work. Seems a bit of an odd thing to have to do, but I mean, hey, if it works, it works. And that works. Close enough. Yeah, I think the running over the wall thing was what I was supposed to do. You don't normally have to choose puzzles like that.
The formal invitation will go out tomorrow, but I wanted to let you know that Hypatia and I would be truly delighted if you could attend our wedding next month. I know some people think these old ceremonies are outmoded, but I believe that rituals are a meaningful way of expressing our dedication to each other. And I would really like you to be a part of this.
You're getting married? That's so cool. Congratulations. If Miranda doesn't have some big project planned, we're in.
Yes, congratulations. I'm so happy for you. If the dates conflict with the Mars Geo survey, I'll just not go. The wedding's more important.
Wonderful. Don't be alarmed when you see the attachment to the invitation. Neve came up with this idea for ritualistic wedding decorations that you wear on your frame, but none of that is mandatory.
Alright. As teleportation becomes more widespread, I'd like all of you to take a little step back, think about the coming changes, and perhaps make a few resolutions about how you're going to interact with the world around us. What's old Nemo going on about this time? Well, I'm talking about the spaces between things, between our starting point and our goal. I'm talking about the journey. Those of you who attend my talk on the poet Constantios, Cavathis, presumably, will remember what Ithaca stands for. You never know what the journey may bring, what insights you will have simply walking somewhere. Cutting out that difference is certainly convenient, but sometimes there is more wisdom than convenience. Would listen to Nima and pledge always at least walk somewhere once. I've really seen the space. How about simply walking for pleasure? Going somewhere without a goal is a lovely experience. And that's ironic coming from you. I suppose you do have a point there. You are much more perceptive than I ever was. Still love all these characters. Right, so we can activate you, definitely. Yoink. Doing a dripping sound. Not sure if that's my ears or something. Okay, so we got you, we need to turn off. Fine. You place you there for a moment. And we need the box. Oh, and we need a blue? Wait. Might need to move that along a little bit. Oh, actually, can I maybe do that? No, I can. Ooh. Zijama. Okay. We need a red and we need a blue. So we need... item there. There, Gemma there. Is that necessarily the order we need them in? Yeah, because I need to be up there when I activate everything, don't I? That would work. So we do that. Hang on. So I'm just working this all out in my head. We need... Hang on. So we got that, we got that. Technically speaking, so I'm running ideas through my head. What I need to do is I need to get you through there, so I can connect you up from the outside. Technically speaking, I could just reconnect the blue up to that one and that one, but that would still leave me with a red I wouldn't be able to connect up. So, what I need to do... I'm not sure which thing I need to use the jammer on, that's the problem. Because once I start disconnecting stuff, it starts sealing things off from me. Actually, that's a fair bloody point. What am I going to place on... Hold that thought. Because I definitely need something to go on this to open up you. But... it can't be you and it can't be you. I was originally thinking, I suppose it could be the jammer. Actually, that would make a certain kind of sense. That works. Yeah, I think that was better than what I was originally trying to do. Realizing the box was a mistake kind of clued me into it.
Do not let it get out that I said something so sentimental, but it's nice that you're all here. One day all this will be a distant memory, a footnote in 1 billion years of human history, and that's all right as far as I'm concerned. I don't need to be famous, and I certainly don't want people building statues of me. I don't need that superficial nonsense, because I know that what we did mattered. All of us together, in this one brief moment of time, had the chance to make a difference. And we did. We took on the challenge. and we didn't muck it up. I got to be a part of that. And no matter what comes next, I'll always be grateful.
The twist and the turn. Oh god, that does not sound promising, does it? Oh. Okay. Where are you going with this? What? Why'd you turn off? Turned on and then you turned off. Oh! Wait, why did it rotate? Is that because of the green? It was because of the green. Oh, okay. Right, so the green also rotates the middle. And we need all three active after the rotation to get it working. Okay. So the blue needs to hit this side. Thing is, we also need them active now, so that... I was about to say, can I test something? No, that's what it's done. Okay. Right. So it tries to stay connected to it. So what we actually need to do is put you there from this angle. I know this won't work. As I say, I'm just trialing this. Rotate. So the blue does stay active, but then we got to work out the problem with red, of course. Actually, red could just... No, it couldn't because it's on the wrong... Yeah, okay. Well, that's a problem. I think I balls this up because... No, I suppose... Oh. Well, now I can't undo the... Yeah, okay. One moment. Yeah, if you screw that up incorrectly, then yes, you actually can't... You've got to reset the whole thing. Wow, okay. That's quite something. First time we've had a puzzle like that. Okay, so green we do not have to worry about. So the question is, with only, I'm assuming, only one extra thing. How do we move things around? Because the red has to be able to go over to there, doesn't it? So how would I... Could I even get that? Stop it. Stop forcing me to drop the damn thing. So now, theoretically, that would be... I mean, that would have the red activated both times. But then that still raises the question of blue. Okay, the fact there's a green door here clues me in that there's got to be something about that. How do we do it with just one extra? If we can't activate the red, the only way, although no, I need an extra one. Because these things are all sealed in their little sections and I definitely cannot get them out of it, it is a question of red would need a minimum of 2 because red has to get literally halfway around from one side of this thing to the other. It essentially needs to be either in the area on the other side of the green door or it needs to be over here somewhere. Fine. And the blue, but then that only leaves me 1 to mess around with blue. The other thing is, of course, is I cannot reconnect them. You know, they're pointing at the actual input. They're not pointing in the general location of where it is, so I can't like swap them around. Because that would require the red one to be connected to both the red and the blue. But I can't do that. I could theoretically do that with blue, but... That still wouldn't activate it. Although, maybe I can multi-purpose the blue one. I need you. Come here. Okay, now, we do say that. Okay, now. You're not far enough back, are you? Damn it. We're in the wrong place. This works. Yes? No? Something's going wrong with the red? Balls. Damn it. It's close. It's like... It's almost what I need to do, but not quite. Because they're cancelling each other out on it. Damn it. And I can't... As I say, I can't disconnect them after the fact. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work long term. That'll work. Okay, well, I have noticed it's gone 4 o'clock. I need to think more on this, and I'll be back in a minute. See you in a sec, guys. And we are back. Okay. I don't know if I need to reset this. Let's see if I have to or not. Mini agree. Yeah, you know what? Good enough. We still got you. Why are you here? Why are you not? That works. Hang on a tick. No. Could do that. Gotta be a way to... I mean, that theoretically could work. Okay, hang on. Right idea, almost wrong placement for it. Ooh. Yes, 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 yes! Okay. Taking a break and going for a pee apparently is great for puzzle solving, who knew?
You know you don't have to solve the puzzles for me, right?
Yes, I
I
do.
really don't expect you to.
No, I want to keep going. Like, I thought I'd suck a lot more, but I'm actually doing pretty well.
You're welcome.
How are you?
I tried building sandcastles. It's an interesting challenge, working with materials that lack sufficient structural cohesion. I can see the appeal. It's like the puzzles. You don't solve them because you have to, but because it's interesting.
I like it when you get all sciencey.
Aha, so you only want me for my intellect.
I like your fancy color scheme too.
Oh, interesting. You know, maybe we should try that new data stream pairing protocol one of these days.
Pairing protocol? Why would we want to... Oh. I mean, if you want, sure.
Oh, we got you. Father and I went diving. It's a whole new world down there. So many strange and unusual species. We'd really like to explore deeper reaches of the ocean one day. If Soma is any guide, you may not want to. Hello. I'll tell more again. Okay. Well, hey.
You've activated the second lighthouse. Good job. Oh, you may be wondering why I took inspiration from lighthouses. It is because they no longer have a function. Once we needed them to guide us to safety from the dangers of the sea. But now that we no longer fear the sea, they are free to be beautiful in and of themselves.
Lighthouses are cool. I know it's a cliche, but I feel like we need more horror games set around lighthouses. I feel like there actually aren't that many. I know that's an odd thing to say, but seriously. I know the idea of a creepy old lighthouse is, as I say, a bit of a cliche, but I don't know, it's still something I think we should do more. Alright, what you got, Big Alpha? There's another one of these. Joy of joys! Alright, where are we going? North, huh? Alright, well, let's see what we can find. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm okay. Is that a triangle puzzle? Bonus puzzle? Yeah, bonus puzzle. Okay, I'll do that later. Let's stick with the stars first. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't think I should be here. Really getting that vibe. I found it, now we're going to find out how the hell we get up there. There must be a way to get up onto that cliff. Somewhere around here. I'm sure these ones go faster than they did in the base game. Get back here, you prick. Aha!
Today is born the seventh one. Born of Robot, the seventh son. And he in turn of a seventh son. He has the power to repair. He has the gift of the upgraded sensors. He is the chosen one. So it shall be written. So it shall be done.
You really are a dork. You know that, you could? That's why we love you. I've said it before, but the writing in this game is fan-bloody-tastic. I love it so much. Okay. So we have green laser. Oh, well, that's interesting. Because normally these things have little dotted lines to indicate where the hell they're connecting to. The fact that that one doesn't is concerning. It means I've no idea where the hell to connect to. Yes! Yes! No. Okay. Something that looks a bit like that, I suppose. Hello. Who are you?
One of the worst things ever to happen to the arts is the notion that art should have a purpose. That it is a tool for political enlightenment or self-realization, or a replacement for our duties as citizens. This is a form of pompous and cowardly self-flattery that artists are particularly prone to. I speak from experience. No, it is the very fact that art serves no purpose that gives it a touch of the divine. Why does the creator create? Because he chooses to. What is the purpose of the world? To exist. The same is true of art. Oh, art may be suffused with passion, with themes, even, if you are sufficiently careful, with autobiography. But it is not a tool. Like the creator, it says, I am that I am. And that is enough.
You're Popeye the Sailor Man? What the fuck?
I wanted to thank you, Yakut.
Me? What for?
I know you had your misgivings about the megastructure and the theory of everything, but you've managed to embrace this new world with real enthusiasm. You've flourished. That gives me hope that I can do the same.
I still see all the dangers, but what I realized is that control over nature means we get to save the people we love. We get to keep them with us, here, in the real world. That's it. That's the only thing that matters. Philosophy, science, technology, as far as I'm concerned, the only reason any of it has any real value is because it means people get to live and to be together. Sorry about the rant.
Nothing to be sorry about. I've come to similar conclusions.
Hey, it's me, the old me. Also, hello, Melville.
Hello, Yakut.
Did we get it right this time as a species?
Do you think we'll get it right this time as a
I
species?
don't have to read them out, do I?
Weirdly, I do. I think we've passed some sort of threshold. I don't know what's next, but I think the old loops are broken.
You think we finally passed the Great Filter, huh?
What's your biggest project right now?
Expanding the wormhole network so we can get further out into the galaxy. It'll take an enormous amount of infrastructure to do correctly, which is why we're taking it slow. But if we pull it off, it'll be incredible.
Yeah, so apparently at some point they just invented wormhole technology. I guess we're going to gloss over that fact. They needed to plant the seed of us getting to the far end of the universe in the third game, so... yeah, fuck it, wormhole technology exists.
How's Pellegrino?
He's learning, which I didn't think possible. Makes me suspicious.
Tell me about this sensor upgrade you're testing.
It's a side project I'm working on. Biological humans had all sorts of sensory organs that we lack, and that was a significant part of their culture. Seems a shame to limit ourselves to the handful of inputs the Institute managed to slap together before they went extinct.
Makes sense.
Got any relationship advice for me?
Just be yourself. People don't like you because of your skills or your intelligence. They like you because you're a decent person. You're funny and compassionate and a good friend. Besides, you'll never be half as smart as Miranda, so why try?
So, what's up with you and Herman?
He's malfunctioning, that's what's up. It's very sad. We might have to put him down.
See you later, Melville.
Yakut, there is one thing that scares me sometimes. Not that things could go wrong, but how close this future came to not happening. 1K would have been perfectly justified in making a different choice. What if we didn't earn this? What if we don't deserve it?
Yeah, then we earn it now by doing it right.
Then we earn it now by doing it right.
I can work with that.
Yeah, it is interesting. I do genuinely wonder if this changes depending on your decision in the base game, but I'm really not sure, like, how they would do that. Because the DLC's connected from the saves of the base game, at least as far as I know. I mean, it could just go over what you did in your last save, but I don't know. I meant to look that up. I forgot, of course.
Yakut! Bro! No, I don't think bro is something I say. Sorry, mate. Just testing out this voice pack. Do I say mate? Mate. Mate. Mate.
I think mate's okay.
I think mate is okay.
Cool beans. So,
No, don't say
how
that.
have you been? How's Miranda?
Cool beans?
Cool beans?
Yeah. Have you ever wondered whether they added some phrases to the language libraries just to prank us? Melville's convinced it's all a sick joke. I mean, there's a synonym for good that means canine's testicles. They can't have actually talked that way, can they?
Oh,
Anyway,
you have no idea.
what can I do for you, mate?
Yeah, how are you liking the expedition?
How do you like the exhibition?
It's fun, but the puzzles are a little bit too easy. Byron mentioned that the puzzles in the machine were a lot harder, and I'm kind of sad I missed out on that. But this is also nice. It's kind of chill. Is chill something I say? I think it is.
Yeah, chill's fine. And yeah, I will say, I think the difficulty curve, especially in the base game, was a lot softer than the difficulty curve in the first game. I think they pitched the difficulty more or less perfectly. Because I do remember the first time I played through Talos Principle 1, I got very stuck on several of the late game puzzles. And I do remember having to look up a few solutions the first time I went through it. But I never needed to do that with this. You know, I've not even had to use the hint system. So I think they managed to hit the mark when it comes to difficulty with this game. I mean, obviously there's a bit of to and fro there, but...
Looking back, how do you feel about the whole megastructure thing?
Honestly, on some days it seems like a dream. On others, it seems like I'll never experience anything as profound again. I don't just mean the theory of everything. I think no matter what comes next, the most important part of my life was the time I spent with all of you on that island.
Oh, don't say that. Yeah, you have so much ahead of you.
But you know you have so much ahead of you, right?
I know that. But I think this was the defining experience of my life. And if I can never top that, that's fine. I found my family. And together, we changed the course of history. I couldn't have done it without them. And they couldn't have done it without me. Of course, I'm looking forward to the future. But I don't need something that exceeds this.
I guess that's a fun way of looking at it. It is funny, really, considering when you consider, oh, it's the most profound thing I've ever done in my life. It was the first thing he'd done in his life. Because, literally, the day that 1K was born, created, whatever term you want to use, that was when Prometheus showed up, and then within a couple of hours, they were off on the plane, or helicopter, to go to the island, and the whole thing kicked off. And while that event took an indeterminate amount of time, I would guess several weeks all told. I mean, time sort of passes, so maybe just a week. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but the idea that he was born, then immediately did the thing that he considers the most significant thing in his life, and everything is downhill from there. What was that? Was it like a movie or a book? Where it's like someone's recounting their life, and it's like, the first thing I remember is being born. It pretty much all went downhill from there. Like, why is that? That's from something. Oh, I don't even remember now. I may have to look that up. Anyway, yeah, sensor upgrade.
How's the sensor upgrade? I haven't tried it yet.
It's massively weird and kind of awesome. Also really hard to describe because it's so unique and subjective. I'm not surprised the ancients loved to eat and drink and, you know, all that fun stuff they did with their bodies. When we talk about them, we're always going on about disease and mortality, but we forget that they also experienced a lot of pleasure. And I think we can actually push our own sensations far beyond what our ancestors experienced.
I know a joke in a cartoon where a guy's telling his backstory and it was like, it started on the day of my birth, both my parents failed to show up. Yeah, there's a lot of jokes you can have about that. I think one of my favourite sort of birth jokes was the Stephen Wright joke, which was like, I was born by cesarean section. You can't really tell, but when I leave a room, I go out through the window. which is a great joke.
What are your plans for the future?
I really enjoyed all the exploration missions we went on together, so I think I'd like to do more of that. There's so much to see out there. Maybe we'll even find Lithrasir. Although, I do need some downtime to figure myself out. I was thrust into this enormous adventure literally the day I was born.
He even mentions it.
Sometimes I just want to hang around New Jerusalem, reading books and watching movies.
Yeah, that's always good.
Is Herman really trying to woo Melville?
Oh, you better believe he is. I think that's the main reason she agreed to come here.
Think it's working?
Is it working?
I'm not sure. She says she's annoyed, but I don't know. The weird thing is that it's kind of charming. Now that he's dropped the whole founder thing, Herman's not that bad. He even kind of gets along with Byron now.
Yeah. Tell me the secret of puzzle solving.
What's the secret to solving puzzles? You're the expert, right?
Huh. I'd say a combination of spatial awareness and questioning your own assumptions. The easiest way to get stuck is to decide that things have to work in a particular way.
Oh, yeah.
And miss other possibilities.
Yep. I cannot deny that is literally my problem. You get tunnel vision. And that is literally sometimes why, you know, if I get stuck on a puzzle and it takes me an age at the end of a session, and then I leave it for a few days and then come back, I'll crack it a lot quicker because my brain's had time to dissect all the information and everything. That's 100% true.
See you around, 1K.
Like I was just staring at a coconut. God, I love this game so much. Right. Anyway, that's number 3. Where's number 2? Right here. Laser Circus. Okay. We got combiners. Fine. Alright, so we need the red, which means we need a green and a blue combo. We even seen a fan? Why would we need a fan? Why would we need a fan? There is no fan. Okay, my only guess is that we need you for some reason. I'll do it. No, no, in fact I got that the wrong way around. Wrong way around, right way up. What we got? Darren doesn't need an extensive introduction from me, although he rarely talks about it. His music has inspired everyone in New Jerusalem for years. A rare opportunity for all of us to gain deeper insights into the artistic process. One question per person, please. What's your favorite instrument? Every instrument can be magical when used correctly, but it's the guitar, of course. Who's your favorite composer? I'm interested in learning more about music composition. If I exclude my namesake, then it's Hans Zimmer. Not gonna argue with that fact in the slightest. His best pieces are so good, they feel like something out of myth. That said, you're always listening to lots of different stuff. Never get stuck on one type of music. There's so much incredible music out there. Hey dude, huge fan. What's your favorite track of your own work? Mine is Fall of Guiana. Gives me chills. Not sure I can choose. They all mean something unique to me. That said, on my latest album, I was very proud of Southern Horizons. Inspired by everything I felt as I watched the expedition's search for Athena. I think I captured something there. I'm thinking now, are these actual like songs from the soundtracks? I've listened to the soundtracks, I can't say I've memorized the names of the songs. Wouldn't surprise me. But I will say the music on both Talos Principle games is fucking fantastic. You mentioned your namesake, who are you named after? Oh, the greatest composer, Damjan Moravunak, whose music Alexander Drennan listened to as she worked on the simulation. He was a composer for video games, and I think his work never got the level of attention it deserved, because most people back then treated games as products, not works of art. Mate, they don't even treat games as products anymore. Let's not push that too far. From reading his writings, I suspect he was also far too humble for his own good. Okay, I gotta ask, is this a guy actually a composer on this game? I feel like I should look that up. I'll do that during my next break if I remember. Is your music directly inspired by his? Yes, definitely. If you listen to what he did and then what I've done, you'll see there's really some that I've really tried to continue his legacy. I think every artist does that to some degree. We all see something that matters to us in the past. We carry it forward into the future. We keep the flame alive. I am thinking, isn't Damjan the guy we actually see playing the guitar at the start of the base game? And he's playing one of the musics that play in Talos Principle 1. I'm sure that's the guy. Your answers are truly inspiring. Speaking of the future. Where's your imagination taking you next? I'm working on several new albums, but what's really gotten stuck in my head lately is this anomaly that Athena apparently discovered in deep space. An object older than the universe, does not obey the theory of everything. A threat, a message, trace of a prime mover. I feel new melody stirring. So that, what is that? Not sure. Okay. Ooh. Got you. We got you. We got you. Nice. Oh. Makes sense. And we need a red laser. Do we even have a red laser pointer thing? Is that what I see? Yeah, okay. So we need one to get past this purple barrier, I guess. Or maybe not. That's what I gotta do. Although, actually, can I even do that? No, because I need to... This is not going to work. No, okay. That isn't going to do it. Maybe... No, I didn't think so. Although... Can I not just be holding it? I thought I could. I could have sworn there was a thing I could do. Okay, not that. Damn it. Where's the other? There it is. Okay, so we can definitely do that. Yeah, sure, that'll do it. Again, don't know if that's quite intended, but it's close enough.
I hope you all know that I didn't bear you any personal animosity. You're my friends, and I never wanted to shut you out. I just didn't know how to deal with the world going in a direction that wasn't what I had imagined.
It's an easy mistake to make. I should know.
I never thought you were angry, Al. I was just disappointed I couldn't convince you.
Listen, you both, in your own way, showed me how to be a good person who cares about the world. You both had things you strongly believed in. You had principles, but you didn't judge each other for your disagreements. You showed me how to be strong, how to be bold, how to be compassionate, and how to be careful. I haven't really figured out who I want to be yet, but when I do, I know both of you will have been a big part of that.
What? And no love for Auntie Melville?
Yeah, and what about me, 1K? I showed you how to be neurotic.
I'm sure you're in there somewhere as well.
Thank you, 1K.
Still not sure where the... where the little secret thing is going to end up being. Somewhere, but damned if I know where. Oh well. I'll carry on. The Elysium puzzle. Okay, so you're connected to blue, you're connected to red. We need a blue and a red to do that. Right, I think I see what it wants. We can't do that, can we? No, I don't think so. Okay, so we can move it around. We can, okay, so how do we... How do we even get something out of there in the first place? Like... blue, but how do we open up one of these in the first place? If we open up you with a blue, how do we open you up? Like, really? I don't think we can. That's weird. That's all we've got. Huh. I almost feel like we're missing something. Green. So, yeah, moving it around, we can only so far get one of each color to connect, say for the brief moments where it's stuck in the middle. But if I can't... If I can't unlock either of these gates, how do we... What we need is we need red and green to make blue, yes? We get red and green to make blue. No, that can't even reach over there. That's weird. Am I missing something? Feels like if I can't even disable one single gate, like the only thing I can do is move this around, but it doesn't change any dynamics. I can't get a color activated on it, no matter where I position it. Briefly get one there? Very briefly. Oh, hang on. Am I being stupid? Can I... Okay, there we go. That activates the blue. Yeah, I was being dumb. Okay, never mind. Okay, good. That's got you out of that. Now. Gotcha. Woo! Yeah, sorry, that took me a while to
Yes,
click.
Alcatraz?
That photo you took of me and Byron to celebrate our reconciliation?
Yes.
Nothing. It's perfect.
Oh no. was it completely blurry and out of focus? Oh no, no, no. No, it actually was. It was genuinely perfect. Although, yeah, he was blinking. I don't know why. The robots don't need to blink, do they? I mean, at least it's in focus, which is good for Melville. Also, hey, Sobley. Right, reading. Here we go. Oh, good, there's only one. The Epistle of Straton of Straderia are generally considered to be pseudo-epigraphical, written centuries after Straton's death. They are often associated with radical movements in Hellenistic Judaism. Jesus Christ. Although the identification remains controversial, only fragments of 3 out of an alleged 21 epistles survive. 5th epistle regarding the world to come. What good is knowledge of virtue, brothers, if it does not make the world more virtuous? Is wisdom to be hoarded by those few citizens that can afford the time to study, and then, lost upon their death? Text illegible. Yet likewise it is with those who castigate the philosophers and say the path to virtue is already known. How convenient for them that nothing need be changed. We must already learn to make greater demands of ourselves, of those who claim the right to rule us, and of philosophy itself, for all of these must serve the world that is to come, in which the toils and sorrows of our children upon the earth will be ended. Then every man will be a philosopher, and even the lowliest cook will have the wisdom to rule. And then shall begin, text illegible. I didn't know when that was going to start. Good to know. This world will come, I assure you, though it may take many years, and when it has come, those of us who failed to work towards its coming will be judged harshly. Do we live in the world that is to come? And if we do, how do we judge those who failed to do their part? I myself do not condemn them, but pity them, and hope we can give meaning to all the lives that brought us here, including theirs. That's only one way to put it. That's 4, so where's 5 then? Is it over here? Might be. Oh, hey, who the hell are you two? Oh no, that's 8. Wait, where's 5? Where's this way? Is it? Ah, that way. Ah. Okay, well, I think we're going to have to do number 5 when we get back from the break. Because it's very warm and I need to go cool off. It's actually gotten really warm here in the UK the last couple of days. Like, it's been super cold through, like, April, May, and like huge chunk of June, and now it's finally fucking gone warm. It's gone too far the other way, because we can never have any balance in anything, can we? Anyway, back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Alright, puzzle number 5. Okay. So you deactivate that. Deactivates that. Woo! You there. Ooh. Ah, okay. So a tunnel up. For what? Where does the tunnel go? Ah. There, apparently. Are there any other places to pop a tunnel? Look like it. Okay. What do you do? Okay. So we need to deactivate that by putting something permanently on there. We need to be about here-ish. So we need to get you across to here, but we also need this to stay open. Okay. Got. And I could put the item through there, but then I couldn't physically get through myself. So that's not going to work. Definitely need to be on the upper side of this, otherwise we can't connect to the red. Okay. Okay. I also need the box, which is quite annoying. Do we have any other items to work with? Nope, don't think we do. Okay. How the hell do we get you up to here is first and foremost. I know I can obviously... Would that work? Oh, that might work. Okay, that would technically, and then I could just drop off as I needed. Bingo. Oh yeah. What now? They're back. Observe Byron and Alcatraz in their natural habitat, a complex discussion of philosophical ideas in which they completely disagree and yet somehow manage to be pleasant about it. In this instance, they have drawn in the elusive creature known as the Barzai and are arguing with him about the nature of the sublime. I think he's either terrified or having the time of his life. Fair enough. Okay, that's the bonus puzzle down there. We know that. Wasn't there... Oh, there's something else. Greeting friends and fellow citizens, I would like you to inquire... Oh, blimey, look at that. Look at the numbers. 1,121. That's awesome. I did that. I'd like to inquire the possibility of existing as a single consciousness in multiple bodies simultaneously. Would like to exist in this fashion, but I'm not certain whether it's feasible. In theory, it is possible, but if you want it to be one continuous consciousness, there are strict technical limitations, largely involving distance and the speed at which information can travel. Hard limits are hard limits. There's more to it than that. You would also need to be a very different sort of mind than what we have, capable of dealing with all this input and output in parallel, which is certainly feasible, but should be done carefully. Finally, an application of all this new technology will actually expand someone's mind. Tell me, what made you come up with the idea? Sounds encouraging. That's your question. I don't think it's something I can answer in entirely rational terms. Let me simply say I'm in love with the world and wish to see more of its beauty. Well, hello, you two.
Hey, Yakut.
How you doing, Byron?
I'm doing well, thank you. I still have a lot to learn, but at least we're moving forward now. You've helped a lot too, Yakut, even though you never take credit for it.
No offense, but how come you came to the exhibition?
1K suggested that I needed to stay in touch with what's happening on the ground, what the people I represent are actually doing. To remember that this is about human beings, not spreadsheets. I think that's pretty important, in order to avoid repeating the whole founder situation. Besides, a lot of citizens are getting directly involved with running things, so it's not like I have to be there all the time. And, well, I heard Al was here and... Never mind.
Is there anything that worries you about the future?
I think we have to start thinking about changing the way we organize society. It was all pretty simple when we were bound to one city and one planet, but Mayor isn't really an accurate title for what I do anymore, is it? We'll need better systems, but we'll also have to make sure those systems are democratic, not bureaucratic.
Fair.
Do you have any relationship advice for me?
Never let anything fester. It's not conflict you have to be worried about, but resentment.
Fair enough. Good advice.
Any news about that weird anomaly Athena discovered?
According to Melville's latest calculations, if we built a Noema machine as big as the moon, we could reach the anomaly in about 42 billion years. So I think it's not a priority right now, even though I'd really, really like to know what it is.
Fair.
Did you solve any puzzles?
I did. Even Melville did a few. But 1K just rushed through them. Had the time of his life. I guess he just loves puzzles.
Yes, I do.
Did you know that Herman is trying to woo Melville?
Oh, no, I didn't know. Wow. He was my political enemy, but that's a harsh fate. I hope he has plenty of backups.
Oh, Melville's not that bad.
It's really nice that you and Alcatraz are talking again.
You have no idea how relieved I am. I think I was walking around with an open wound and I didn't even realize.
All right. Talk to you later.
It is weird that we have all these one-on-one conversations, even though sometimes we're talking about someone who's standing literally right next to us.
Yakut, what can I do for you?
I'm so glad you're in the group now, Al. It sucked that you weren't there.
Thanks, Yakut. It was awkward, but I'm glad we finally got it out of our system. You all mean a lot to me, and cutting myself off like that, it just wasn't healthy.
All right. I should go.
Like, woo! Whoops. That didn't happen. Let's see if God, now I've got to go all the way fucking around to get back up there. Still trying to work out where the solution for the puzzle, the star puzzle, goes. Lots of lines. Almost looks like it's an inside shot of like a building or something. A celestial beacon. Oh, that's a swapper. Wait, what? So we need to... But we've only got one jammer. What the fuck do we need a box for? Oh, hang on. Red. Red. Now here's something I forgot. Wait, oh no, I had to do that with two people, didn't I? Damn it. Well, maybe this will work. Probably won't, but hey ho, you never know. No, it worked. Oh, but wait, no, we can't get the fucking box. Shit. Good enough. Okay. It's weird. I almost feel like we need every single item to do this. We don't have any redundant ones yet. Okay. Assuming we need all of the items, there's one we can't need for the solution, though, right? Because we definitely need... We definitely need the swapper because we need red, and we've only got blue in terms of lasers. And we need red for that. So we definitely need the swapper, no question. The jammer, I'm fairly certain we need in order to get through the last door. This one. And that turns that off. No, okay, it doesn't. And we can't have this one open because there's nothing to open it other than the jammer. This really is a case of I need everything, but I can't. Because one item's got to be inside the swapper. So... Huh. That's really weird. Okay, is there a thing I'm missing elsewhere? I don't think so. So there's only that. Obviously the original thing was connected to it just to clue you in, hey, this is up there. There's no other one. A puzzle indeed, okay. There's gotta be a way to do it. I mean, it wouldn't have to stay on permanently, would it? No, because I can't get it from far enough away for that to be useful. Because of the angle. Okay, what am I missing here? I feel like I'm missing a combination. Okay, is there any other way? So jammer, the jammer has to be the last one. Like, that fence over there has to be the jammer because there's literally no other way to deactivate it. This one, I need the single laser pointer in there. I need the converter, which implies that the box is the one that I should get rid of. But how do I get the laser past this? That's the question. Because I can't change where this connects into. This is just sort of standing there, so that doesn't work. So I can't tell it to, hey, connect up to the blue laser over there, which would be bloody useful. Oh wait, am I being really fucking stupid? I fucking am. I was right. I was right, you did have to connect it this way. Wait, no, hang on. Okay. That's fine. How do we open view up without... Yeah, that's gotta be there. Then, yeah, I can see that, but then that would have to be... Okay, I don't think I can do that yet. I mean, maybe. What I need to do is I need to get... No, because that needs... Damn it. I'm so close to getting this one. Hang on. I need to work out how to get these two items through that gate. And let... Oh, no, wait. Am I being dumb? I'm being dumb. Now, what am I doing? I'm being dumb. There's an obvious way to do that, and I wasn't paying attention enough. Duh. There we go. Nice. Whew. My brain is cooked. Misaligned syndrome. Green there. Right. So the only way to reach in is to do an exchange for now. It's the only way to get you out. That's fine. Now, you, pop you there. That. Nice. Grab you. Grab the box. Grab you. And grab you. Okay, excellent. There's a reason I needed to do that. Okay, so we're gonna need you there. Don't think this is gonna work the way I think it will, but hey ho, you never know. And we're still not quite there. Okay, that works. That's good. But, yeah, I still need one more item. Is there a way to... Probably not, because something needs to be sat on there. Nothing else on there. Okay, this is the puzzle part. Nope. Oh, no way. Is that it? Can you do that? Can you make a hole through a hole? No, you can't, can you? Which is a shame, because I thought that was quite clever. Damn it. Why do that? So it just connects up. You can't create one hole through another one. That's just not how it goes. Okay. Is there a way to get that out? Something standing on that. Why is there an upper part to this? There's a question. Why would there be an upper part to this wall? Why? What is the point of that? Definitely put items in. There has to be something on the button for this gate to be down. Don't have any jammer, so that's not going to work. Okay. I know exactly what I need. I'm just one item short. Can't be the box because we need to put the pointer there. It can't be the pointer because there's not really much else places it could go. I think. Oh, excuse me, sorry, we only have the one laser pointer. So, how do we... How do we get you to drill a hole through there and have the button active? Can't do both. Can't even do one. Why is there an upper platform there? That's what's getting me. I don't understand why they would put that there. I understand why the lower one is there, because the ground and swapping items around. Why bother putting the upper one? What does that add to the puzzle? It could just be something that's just there as a misdirect, but these puzzles don't really do that. Okay, I need to think. Just need to... Either A, there's a way to get you out, which I don't think there is. Well, that's impressive, but I'm pretty sure that's a bug. Problem is, a drill can't be pulled through its own hole. Same thing applies to people, of course, but... The only other thought is maybe the laser can go in there and I can like guide the pointer up, but I don't think I can because it has to be very level with the whole thing. So why and how? It's a long shot. Yeah, not that. We need the box, we need the laser pointer, we need the fan. There's some trick here I'm missing. I wasn't joking earlier when I said my brain was getting cooked. It's really fucking hot. Okay, let's stop and think. Connect up the laser pointer, the box, the fan, all have to be in those 3 positions. That only leaves us with the 2 drillers to play around with, really. 2 the laser pointers and all that stuff have to be there. Well, the fan definitely has to be turned on. That's definite. I cannot see of any other way that there's either a way to get out of there, possible, doesn't seem likely though, does it? See, that's my point about it having to be on the line. Because of this grate along here, it has to be more or less straight with that. I don't think there's... No. Okay, so we have to have that, we have to have that. That has to then go up to that. Will not go through, will it? What was this one called? If that can give me a clue. something I can do. Some item I need to put somewhere else. I think this might be the one we get stuck on for the end of the session, I'll tell you that. Alright. See, my only other thought would be somehow connecting you up and you up, but not putting them on top of a box in the middle of it, but somehow taking it around there and up to there. But I don't think the angle's right, for one. Like, ever. I don't think the angle ever works. Because it's like... it's too low, it goes straight through the fence bit. So yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, so could be the box, but pretty sure we need to take the box up. I think this is an even longer shot than what I just tried. Because I don't see how that's going to connect up. Nice, you look now, the thing's even more off. So damn close. And yet so damn far. Why would you have... What? I still don't understand why that upper part is there. I've not used it for anything. It must be there for a reason, but I genuinely cannot see what. I don't get it. I am definitely missing something. I don't know if I've forgotten a trick or if this uses something I haven't seen before. What am I missing? What am I forgotten? I'm missing or forgetting something. And I think I'm going to have to go away and come back another day to polish this off. I am either genuinely missing an item, which I don't think I am. I think the point of the puzzle is you've got what you've got, and it's limited, and you've got to work out how to deal with the limitations. Fine. So how the fuck do we do this? Why is this putting 2? Oh no, that doesn't answer the question. Oh hey Ocean Tide, you were stuck on this one for a while as well. Well, that bodes well. That bodes very well indeed. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I am completely out of time for today, so whatever the answer to this particular puzzle is gonna have to wait. But it'll give me a couple of days to think on it before we bring this back again. So that'll be fun. Yeah. So I see what I gotta do. I just gotta put the pieces together in the right order to make it click. And there's something I'm missing. Either a trick I'm forgetting or something that I haven't realized. Because my brain is just fried right now because it's way too fucking hot. But yeah, okay, that one will have to wait until next time. Sorry that you sort of show up at the last moment, Ocean Tides. Unfortunately, I know I stream rather early in the day, but it's the only time I've got available to me. At least for now. Maybe a little later on in the year I can stream a bit later, but that's something we'll have to see as we see. Okay, so we are almost done with this DLC. Obviously, once we've done with this one, because we were on, this is puzzle 7, I think. Is this 7? Yeah, this is puzzle 7. So we got 7, we got 8, we got the bonus puzzle. Then obviously we got to activate the laser. Then we got the 3 golden challenges to do, and we got a couple of stars we still got to work out. I'll have to think on one of those at least. Probably both of them. So we still got a bit to do. Should take a fair whack at the next stream. And then we'll be on to the what's it called, Into the Abyss, I think is the final of the 3 DLC. So that's fun. That's all good and fun and wonderful. But boy howdy. This is testing me, and considering Into the Abyss is supposed to be the hardest of the 3, I think my brain may actually start melting at my ears, but we shall see. We shall indeed see. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this, and I will see you all whenever I next see ya. Take care out there, everybody. Bye-bye.